92. All day, every day, news, weather, and traffic on News Radio WFLA Orlando. I'm Holly Holdren.
Headlines now, the Biden administration being urged to step up and be strong with communist Cuba. That's what House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said yesterday when he was here in Florida, down in Miami's Little Havana. Hundreds attended a rally at Cafe Versailles to call on the White House to help bring freedom to the enslaved Cuban people. Updates at least every 10 minutes in our top stories all morning for you here on Good Morning Orlando.
Now on FM 94.1, still on FM 93.1, News Radio WFLA Orlando, and still on AM 540.
We got a mask mandate in Orange County schools. Talk about it in a moment. You had an interesting mask-related experience out and about yesterday. Melissa, tell us what happened.
I did. I stopped to get some fruit for my dogs at the Seminole Town Center Walmart, and as I was walking in the door, I was told that I needed to have a mask. And I was given a mask, and I said, but I'm fully vaccinated. She said, I don't care. It's suggested that you wear one because the cases of COVID are on the rise. And I said, do you have any documentation on that? She said, I don't know. That's just what they told me to say.
Sounds like a rather heavy-handed suggestion.
It was a but I put it on as a bangle bracelet and walked around safely throughout the store. Everyone else had masks on, so I felt I was good.
So a little bit of rebel in the Foxx
You know, the rebel is strong with this one.
You are ready to have them throw you out of there bodily, right?
Well, I wanted to see if they would try.
Create a major national incident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I was ready. I was ready to be one of the people of Walmart.
Okay. Anyway, let's talk about masks in schools. Wait a minute, not supposed to be any mask mandates, right? That's what the governor has instituted through legislation and a law he signed off on. However, Orange County School Superintendent Barbara Jenkins thinks she's made an end around the governor because there will be no mask mandated for school kids, but for everybody else, and here she is.
Under the delegated authority granted to me in the school board disease prevention face coverings policy, I am making face masks mandatory for all OCPS employees while inside our facilities or vehicles and in the presence of another individual.
Well, that's very, very interesting. I wonder how that's going to fly with everybody in school and parents who come in to see their kids. And what do you think about that? 407-916-5400, text line 23680. If you're a teacher, how do you feel about that? You are going to be wearing a mask teaching Orange County school kids who will not have to wear a mask. Where are you on that? 407-916-5400, text line 23680. I expect some big-time pushback on this. Haven't yet heard of it, but maybe it starts right here. Now, I wonder if this will further exacerbate what is a reported Orange County school teacher shortage just days before classes begin. Here is the Teachers Union President, Orange County Classroom Teachers Association President, Wendy Dorimal. Listen to this.
We saw over 2,000 resignations or retirements last year alone. They're burnt out and they're considering their options. They're looking at, is the school safe? Am I valued? Am I appreciated? Parents should be worried because we need quality, experienced teachers.
And Dorimal says hundreds of Orange County public school teachers have resigned in recent weeks. Wow. And I wonder, if we have a mask mandate for the teachers, can you imagine teaching all day, fully masked up when you thought all of that was over?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of our teachers, and I speak for a few that I know, at least in Seminole County, they have pre-existing conditions and are not eligible to take the vaccine, so they're already at risk. I see both sides of this, and you're right. It's a real pain for everybody involved, and they're going to force more teachers to call it quits.
There's one more thing here. If you don't like the situation and the environment that will exist in our public schools with the pandemic resurgent now, your options are limited for your kids. There's no more distance learning programs like Launch Ed in Orange County and other versions of it in other counties as well, where you were part of the classroom, but you were working from home on your computer. There's virtual school where you are totally disconnected from the classroom experience. It's a poor substitute in terms of quality of learning, all the research shows. They've extended the deadlines for signing up for Orange County virtual school, and they've extended the deadlines in other districts as well to mostly the end of this week, which is right up against the start of school, to give parents at least some option here. Where are you on that? I'd love to talk to somebody who has decided they're pulling their kids out and it's going to be virtual school, and how you feel about all of that. The partial mask mandate in Orange County schools, the teacher shortage issue, and whether the mask mandate for them will make it even worse. We'll get to it after we update Orlando's news, weather, and traffic in 2 minutes. We're back at it on the 50,000-watt front porch.
This is Dr. David Klein with StagesOfLifeVitamins.com. Diabetes did not just magically appear in your life. It may have started years ago as insulin resistance. Your body becomes resistant to the effects of insulin as insulin levels go up just to maintain normal blood sugar levels. At some time, things break, and you are diagnosed with diabetes. What caused this insulin resistance? More times than not, a person becomes deficient in certain micronutrients, and insulin receptor starts to become disordered. That's right. Diabetes may result from a dietary micronutrient deficiency. StagesOfLifeVitamins.com offers a balanced mixture called DiabetStat with the appropriate balance of these minerals and herbals that assist in blood sugar control. When taken as directed, DiabetStat makes diabetic control easier and in many persons returns blood chemistries to the normal range. In essence, vitamins and minerals hold these proteins together like so many nuts and bolts. Visit StagesOfLifeVitamins.com. Look for DiabetStat, that's spelled DiabetStat. StagesOfLifeVitamins.com.
Listen to Stages of Life Radio with Dr. Klein, Sundays at 4 on News Radio WFLA Orlando.
Ad paid for by the Sentinel Group, non-attorney spokesperson. Attention. This is an important message for anyone diagnosed with Parkinson's disease after being exposed to paraquat or other similar herbicides. Paraquat is a chemical commonly used by farmers and those that work with or apply herbicides. Residences near agricultural sites are also at risk for exposure. Scientific research showed that exposure to paraquat close to a residence increased Parkinson's disease risk by 75%. Numerous additional studies confirmed the link between paraquat and increased risk for Parkinson's. In fact, paraquat has been banned or limited for use in many other countries around the world. If you or a loved one was diagnosed with Parkinson's after being exposed to paraquat or other herbicides and suffered side effects, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call us today at 800-754-8124. Our experienced attorneys are ready to fight for you, and you'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call 800-754-8124. Again, that's 800-754-8124.
On westbound I-4, we're slowing down from Lee Road into the Fairbanks Curve with an accident called in by our cellmate Melissa blocking the left lane. There's a crash on Point Siena Parkway at Marigold Avenue, a wreck on Sanford Avenue and Ronald Reagan Boulevard, and a crash in Altoona on Highway 19 south of County Road 445A. A little heavy traffic is building eastbound on I-4 near Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on Daisy Ash.
Here's your News Radio WFLA Orlando exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Rain and thunderstorms today can lead to flooding. Cloudy today, couple of showers and thunderstorms, and a high of 88. Then mostly cloudy tonight, low 75. Tomorrow, look for a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in the afternoon and a high of 92. All day, every day, news, weather, and traffic on News Radio WFLA Orlando. I'm Holly Holdren.
Let's take a look at headlines for you right now. The first of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's 11 accusers filing suit against him. Lindsey Boylan announcing the news to her attorney. She claims Cuomo's office retaliated against her after she made initial sexual harassment complaints. Cuomo says he won't resign. They're talking impeachment in New York. Updates at least every 10 minutes in her top stories on Good Morning Orlando.
Glenn Beck, weekdays 9 a.m. till noon on News Radio WFLA Orlando.
Good morning to you. The Budman, Allen, and the Foxx till 9 o'clock. We'll get the team more involved in the conversation about schools here about to open. The mask mandate, except for students in Orange County schools, announced yesterday by the superintendent. The head of the teachers union saying we got a big-time teacher shortage here. Maybe this is going to drive more teachers out when they have no choice but to wear masks. And we got this virtual school option, which is pretty lame, but more folks are going for it because they are not happy with the way the environment will be with the resurgent coronavirus in schools. Craig, I'm coming to you on the phone on some of this in a moment, but I want to pay some bills right now, and I am honored to do so by touting the virtues of a great local company. It is FAS Windows and Doors, the largest window and door dealer by volume in all of Central Florida. Energy-efficient windows and doors that are beautiful. So many folks involved in home improvement projects. They got 10% off right now. They got hurricane-rated products, so you'll never have to board up. Give them a call at FAS for a free consultation and tap into their instant rebates at FAS now. You can get $95 off on their doors, $55 off on their windows. Check them all out, see them all, operate them all. They're at the showroom at Fairbanks by I-4 in Winter Park. FAS. Online, there's more. FASWD.com, FASWD.com. Craig, you're on the 50,000-watt front porch. Good Thursday morning, and welcome in from Orlando.
Good morning, Bud. I first want to congratulate you guys, how great you are, and how Melissa is such a rock in the program. I'm going to try to be as brief as I can. This is only going to give us parents the luxury of choice. The day of government running the school system is coming to a close. I have put my daughter in a private school functioning just fine. You have virtual options, and you have homeschool options. If you do your research, you have many, many options. The teachers are the ones with the comorbidities, not the students. The students aren't spreading the virus.
Well, but the virus is more of a problem with the Delta variant for children than any of the other prior variants, and there is concern on that we're going to have a hybrid situation in classrooms of no masks, and that is causing, I am sure, a lot of parents to default to virtual school. Initiating overnight a homeschooling option, I think, is impractical for all but a very few. Craig, thank you. Great call. And thanks for the love, particularly for the Foxx.
You know. I'll pay you later.
You're the rock, Melissa.
That's right. You smell what I'm cooking?
Yep, I smell it every morning.
Hey, easy now.
You know, Bud, I like Melissa, I know some teachers in the Seminole County school system. I know one very well who I believe would welcome the kind of mask mandate that Superintendent Barbara Jenkins is imposing in Orange County for teachers, vendors, visitors, everyone except students, because this particular person is of the older, more vulnerable age group.
Again, there's a lot like that.
And is fearful of going into the classroom, being exposed to the kids and perhaps other employees.
Yep. Sam, echoing exactly what I heard from my friends, and they're not the same friends, I'm pretty sure.
No, and, you know, so we may have some teachers who say, oh, I don't want to wear masks, but we're going to have a lot of others, I think, who say, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Or just quit entirely. One of the texters brings up something that I actually was wondering, and that is, if Deming said that all Orange County employees have to wear a mask, doesn't that cover the Orange County Public School employees?
I would think so, but it's interesting. The sheriff's office and apparently the schools operate somewhat autonomously from Orange County, and they have their own policies, but they generally align with what the county wants to do. So that would be the answer there. Bill, you're in Mount Dora on the text line saying it's well known the school boards and school unions lean heavily liberal. The whole idea of forcing teachers and all administrative people in the schools to wear masks is meant to be a psychological guilt trip on the kids who aren't going to be forced to wear them. Like, look at all the teachers and other people who have to wear masks just because you don't want to. Do you feel bad? Why aren't you doing your part? Hashtag child abuse.
Hashtag slow the curve.
Oh, that's an echo from the past, isn't it?
Yep, 2 weeks.
Yeah, you know, and Craig referred to private schools. I know of at least one preschool in Orange County that adheres by whatever the county does.
Right.
Whatever the county guidelines are, they adopt them as well.
I understand there's some lawsuits already.
So private schools aren't immune from this. Pardon the pun, immune either.
Ooh, he's here all week.
You know, on the whole issue of the resurgence of the coronavirus, this is a point well made here by a texter who says, you know, nobody's talking about the fact that Florida and Orlando, the top tourist destination in the entire country, and I think this is one reason we're being hit with so many cases and hospitalizations. And that's a great point. You may, if you're anti-DeSantis and you think that he's leaving things wide open, things have changed, and this is this is exacerbating the problem. We're sitting ducks here. We depend upon, we promote, we want tourism. We need it. It's our economic lifeblood. People come in from all over the world, and in the middle of a pandemic, I mean, honest to God, we are sitting ducks.
And it looks like the Biden administration is looking at possibly imposing vaccine mandates for foreign nationals visiting our country.
Yeah, I don't know what that will do to tourism here. It might protect us some, but it also might kill it from the economic standpoint. So we'll have to see. There's a lot of balls in the air, and where all of this is headed, anybody who tells you they know, they don't know. What about this eviction moratorium that's been extended by the president? That's unconstitutional. But there are other big problems I have, and we'll see what you think when we talk about it next hour. In the meantime, hey, it's almost 7. We got to get everybody up to date, us included, and that's Alan's department.
Hey, Ron DeSantis takes on Joe Biden, and an NFL team tells its fans to leave the headdresses and face paint at home. Those stories and others, plus traffic and weather together in just 2 minutes, 6:58 on Good Morning Orlando.
Are cats better than dogs? Does pineapple belong on pizza? There's plenty to argue about in life, but one thing we can all agree on is the importance of looking after your eyes, because healthy eyes make for a happy life. Book your next exam with Magruder Eye Institute, Orlando's best eye doctor.